northern Uganda, there are three gains we are protecting. From the time Uganda got independence, it is only President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni that has introduced wealth creation.
The opening prayer touched the most pressing issues affecting Zombo district, and this was supplemented by local leaders.
Thank you for the peace and stability.
We ask you to open hearts of those responsible, that we, the people of Zombo, may this time share in the gain of this country.
We have the issue of a district hospital. We have one district hospital.
Addressing the crowd, First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni noted that the opportunity to shape Uganda's future lies in their hands.
That we all owe it to ourselves, to Uganda, to our families, to unite Uganda, to vote for NRM and keep the unity and freedom and peace in Uganda.
The First Lady further hinted at avoiding doing mistakes of disrupting the available peace, a move which will be regrettable.
We owe it to our generation and generations to come that Uganda must remain united and free of divisions, of tribes, of religions. Uganda must remain free, and it will be unstoppable. Do you see the refugees that we have in Uganda? All those refugees come to Uganda because they have no peace in their countries. If we don't understand, if we don't value the peace, the unity and freedom that we have in our country, we will divide Uganda and we will mess it up and we will regret it.
It is the NRM that has managed to maintain Kuch in Uganda. And as Mama said, refugees are coming here because there is peace here and there is some problem with where they are coming from.
To the West Nilers, Museveni says they have been among the communities which have tested the dose of absence of peace.
And you people of West Nile, you are the witnesses for peace, because you know what was happening here when many of you were in exile in Sudan and Congo. And then you are neighboring Congo and South Sudan, you know what lack of peace means.
Regarding infrastructure, Museveni can happily account for what his government has achieved.
So, from north to south,
Ni ai Uganda mayo malo, ni shedi Uganda mayo ping.
Yango.
Do yango.
From Malaba, Busia to Budubujo, then to the Tanzanian border, Mutukura, then to the Rwanda border and Congo border on the other side. So you can't say NRM will not do that when it has already done 1,000 kilometers of the other roads.
For other missing links within the West Nile sub-region, Museveni promises to kick off the works in the coming year.
Nebi Zombo. This one, the contract will be signed in April 2026.
In the health sector, Zombo district will receive more in the new term of office if NRM holds back power.
There are 5 sub-counties which do not have any health facility, and those are the ones we are going to deal with, and the issue of the district hospital.
Besides campaigning, Museveni is also preaching with creation.
I'm not a politician to come and say, vote for me, then I leave you in poverty. What I want you is to get out of poverty.
In the last general elections, President Museveni secured 52.3% vote victory from Zombo district against the 15.2% of his closest rival, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu of NUP.
Afoyo Matek.
With the area's elevation in the health, education, infrastructure, among others, Museveni seems to capitalize on this for another win. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Thank you, Robert Onyango. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has pledged to extend electricity to all sub-counties in Nebi district, noting that the sub-region is already connected to the national grid. He urged residents to actively engage in household wealth creation. He made these remarks while campaigning in Nebi district, West Nile, after a 3-day break.
The NRM campaigns in Nebi began at around 9 a.m. with a procession from the town council to the Namrodo Primary School playground. Led by the NRM District Woman MP flag bearer Fiona Nyamtoro, supporters walked about 3 kilometers to hear President Yoweri Museveni. President Museveni, accompanied by the First Lady Janet Museveni, arrived at noon and was received by senior NRM officials. On stage, Museveni emphasized the value of peace and unity, citing the NRM's decades-long commitment to stability.
Our ideology of unity, of patriotism, love Uganda, and Pan-Africanism, love Africa, enabled us to unite the politics of Uganda. But also, it enabled us to create institutions like the army, which could guard the country. An army comprised of all people of Uganda, not just of this tribe, that tribe, that tribe, because that was part of the problem in the past.
He pledged to extend electricity to all sub-counties in Nebi now that the region is on the national grid.
It will be done because, after all, from here to Godi is only 16 kilometers. It's not far away.
Yes, yes, please. So,
so how
Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has held a closed-door meeting with Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Yoshimasa Hayashi, in Tokyo. Hayashi commended Uganda's natural resource potential and praised Uganda's involvement in the Osaka Expo 2025. He pledged continued support to Uganda.
Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has thanked the Japanese government for its continued support and strong bilateral ties. Robin Anabanja said this while meeting the Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Yoshimasa Hayashi, in Tokyo earlier. Nabanja met JICA President Tanaka Akihiko at their Tokyo headquarters. She thanked JICA for its infrastructure and refugee support and requested funding for Lot 2 of the Kampala flyover to ease city congestion.
The number 2, approval to utilize the balance of loan under Lot 1 to kickstart the construction of Lot 2 project. Meanwhile, Government of Uganda has embarked on advance relocation of major utilities to clear the project site before commencement of Lot 2.
Tanaka pledged support and noted that the surveys are ongoing to assess Kampala's needs.
We would like to be a bit careful about the designing and then considering the possibility of financing. So I would like you to give us some more time for coming back to you as to what we should do.
Nabanja also met top executives from Japan's Business Federal, Keidanren, including Komatsu, President Tetsuji Ohashi, and Toyota Tsusho Chairman Jun Karube. She invited them to invest in Uganda and help create jobs.
Ugandans have been supporting Toyota since I think I was born. We drive Toyota cars in my country. Your strong leadership and influential role in Japan's economic and business environment is key to enhancing the economic and commercial relations between Uganda and Japan. Like I told you already, Uganda is lucky. We have a peaceful investment environment, one of the most profitable of countries. And Uganda is moving very fast. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world. We are ranked number 7 now by IMF as one of the fastest growing economies. So we are here to look for investors so that they can come, those companies, the partners come to Uganda so that we can invest together and develop our country.
Our comprehensive economic organization in Japan consists of more than 1,500 large companies in Japan, and proposing maybe policy or such kind of thing to the government, Japanese government. Also conducting some maybe economic and industrial relationship with foreign countries such as like Uganda.
Nabbanja is leading Uganda's delegation at the ongoing Osaka Expo 2025.
Senior 4 candidates across the country will begin writing their UNEB examinations on Monday. As the examination season begins, schools are turning to God for guidance and success. Bethany High School, Nalia, has dedicated its 210 Senior 4 and 133 Senior 6 candidates to God ahead of their final exams.
We chose to dedicate our students. The 133 Senior 6 candidates who are supposed to do the exams in November, beginning on the 7th, and then the 210 of Senior 4 who are going to sit beginning Monday.
After 4 years of intensive study, Senior 4 candidates will this Monday prove their academic readiness as they begin their UNEB examinations. During a special dedication service led by Reverend Christopher Sekakoni, students were urged to support struggling classmates and pray for academic success.
Prayer erodes fear. It erodes fear, it erodes anxiety. It gives you boldness and strength, because the Bible says that when you pray, I shall answer. Therefore, this material time, as our students are being prepared for exams, the first thing we have to offer is prayer.
Reverend Veronica Kavaseke encouraged the candidates to trust in their preparation and seek divine guidance throughout the examinations.
The Lord promises 18:2. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock. Whom shall I take refuge in? He is my shield, and the horn of my salvation, and my strong hold. The good name is your refuge, is your protector, is your horn, is the answer. Jesus is the answer.
The school's headmistress, Mary Mwanja, expressed confidence in the candidates, especially those under the new curriculum.
Last year we passed out 169 who excelled in their examinations. They got good grades, and today the 210 are the second lot since the introduction of the new curriculum, and we are very optimistic that they may do better than the ones of last year. Because last year, the way things were, some issues we were not very sure, but this time round, we have mastered all that we are supposed to do, and I'm sure the parents will see that in the results come March as we wait for them to come.
School Director Robin Abajire, speaking on behalf of the administration, thanked teachers, parents and staff for their support in preparing the students.
Even yesterday I said, don't read the words of the teachers here. Move with them. They will help you today, tomorrow, and everywhere you will be. They will be useful to you.
With prayer and collective effort, Bethany High School says they are ready to face their USCE and UCE exams.
The UPDF camp commandant of the Joint Services Headquarters, Major General Dr. Lucky Kidega, has urged students sitting for UCE exams next week to erase any thought of failure. Speaking at Bombo Army Secondary School's dedication service, he emphasized the national responsibility of academic success.
And I touched his head and I prayed, may this head be full of English in the name of Jesus Christ. Of course, I wasn't a teacher, so I was looking for favor from the directors. I prayed for Archimedes. One who could not construct a sentence got a C6 in English. Praise the name of the Lord. God is still working out miracles. If you don't believe, teachers say amen by force.
Remember, you are being groomed to be the future Ugandans. If you fail, then you have failed Uganda. I know many of you want to be generals. I know many of you have already suggested to become sisters. I know many of you want to be teachers. Many of you want to be priests. I'm expecting Pope from you. So all those things come because of education. If you pass, you are sure of the future. If you fail, then the future has failed you. So my word is pass. So that you become what you want, what your parent wants, what your future wants you to be.
These candidates are preached to the gospel of the Lord, then they are encouraged, they are motivated to stay strong whatever comes, because it is best for one to be so confident so as to achieve what he or she wants.
It opens the mind of that person to the Almighty God, because that prayer always makes you to be handed over to the Almighty God, so that He guides you throughout the whole time that you're going to sit for your exam.
Students of Kisasi College School in Kisasi have been urged to trust in God and remain focused as they prepare to sit for their final examinations. The message was delivered during a special prayer service organized for the Senior 4 and Senior 6 candidates.
Students of Kisasi College have been encouraged to hold firmly onto their faith, seeking God's guidance and maintain discipline as they enter the examination period.
Senior 4 is one of the most minimum qualities that require you, even for a simple job, like being a waitress in a restaurant. The man I talked about speaks 28 languages fluently, Dr. Abdul Karim. The question is, as a Senior 4 candidate, do you think it's enough for you to stop there? Please continue with the trail of education.
The event was filled with joy and gratitude as students presented Matali performances, praising and thanking the Creator for bringing them this far in their academic journey. Parents and invited guests who attended the ceremony advised the students to remain determined and focused, reminding them that success is achieved through both faith and hard work.
Kindly hold on the selfies, hold on every conversation that you're having.
The founder of Kisasi College, Haj Latif Sebagala, commended the students for their commitment and assured them that the school had provided all necessary materials, urging them to take responsibility and excel.
Thanksgiving annual Thanksgiving prayers for our candidates. just to encourage them and also to bless them, so that the Almighty God blesses them as they go, they begin their exam. So we believe that this function has energized the students more, because we have brought different professions. We have brought ladies who are professionals in mathematics, professors, we have brought people who are well qualified in budgetary elements. So that's why the students always need to be energized.
Some of the candidates expressed gratitude to the school administration and the sheikhs for organizing the prayers, saying the event boosted their confidence and strengthened their spiritual readiness.
Be ready, Kuanga. Tubali them revision since this term began. For some holiday.
UBC News Tonight. We, of course, want to wish all the candidates a very, very special success in their examinations. Now, more news this evening. FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has urged voters in Amogo sub-county to take bribes if offered, but vote wisely. Not to take bribes if offered, but to vote wisely. At a rally in Aleptong district, he said those who bribe voters never deliver services. Take a look.
FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi received a hero's welcome in Away sub-county. He was joined by Robert Centenary and Ekanya Geoffrey, who also campaigned for a Jury MP candidate, Ongom Emmanuel.
Parliament, we move on tarmac. If you want to see tarmac in a jury, give this man a vote. Make a statement. And
Mafabi criticized the Ngos leaders for prioritizing personal gain over community needs.
That we have leaders, instead of looking after their people, they are looking after themselves.
At Amugu, leaders cited challenges like collapsed education, teachers' strikes, corruption and election rigging.
What is called vote rigging. People of Jury County tried with their level best. They vote for Emmanuel Ongamokwel, but due to vote rigging, he missed parliament like 3 times. You are seeing us, but we have been in government. So go slow. Today you see this government, next time you have another government.
Mafabi told voters that bribing leaders derail development.
Take their money, you're telling yourself, I want to remain poor. I don't want to have a good school. I want you to go and steal public resources. Bring money, say thank you, I never asked you. I am eating it, but I know where I'm going to put my vote.
He is set to campaign in Otoke and Dira City.
The National Unity Platform has officially entered the race for 2026, unveiling its manifesto under the theme, A New Uganda Now. The launch at the party headquarters in Makerere Kavule drew senior leaders, loyal supporters and members of the press eager to witness the unveiling of the party's vision for the next 5 years. Party President and flag bearer Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu described the manifesto as a covenant with citizens, a commitment to rebuild trust, restore constitutional order and refocus governance on people-centered priorities.
Listen to you, and it comes up to my concern that indeed Honorable Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, comrade leaders present today. We are here to unpack. In Uganda, it will not depend on where you come from, what is the size of your nose, how old you are, where you come, a job. In the new Uganda, you will get a job based on merit. You will get a job across the board. So that is how we plan to restore constitutionalism and the rule of law. We are going to remove all oppressive laws from the law books that we have, and very, very finally, We are going to have lifestyle audits as part of our fight against corruption.
Gives me confidence that the young people of this generation are actually seeing through the curtain that has been put before our eyes. They're seeing the future. They're seeing the promised land. They're seeing the new Uganda. To appreciate the policy team that has been able to clearly paint a picture for us. Very eloquent young men and women, very men and women, very imaginative young men and women. At least we are able to see the Uganda we want, the Uganda we're aspiring for. And are not my ideas as an individual. No, these are ideas of young men and women. These are ideas of the young generation, young Ugandans from across Uganda. Look at them, from the north to the west, to the east, to the south and central. This is Uganda summarized. These ideas and ideas
to be here today, where the manifesto, Look manifesto has been unveiled to the public. I thank the management of National Unity Platform, the way they have handled it, the way they have made the research to come up with a very good manifesto, which work well in Ugandan standard now, which work well for Uganda, because they have been suffering with unemployment. They have promised us to create 10 million jobs for Ugandans. We have been suffering with the medical services. They have promised us to have a health status 3, the every sub-county, which work very well for us. They have promised us to improve education in the way that the teachers are paid well, the secretaries are paid well.
As Uganda marked its 63rd independence anniversary, survivors of the 1989 Nalu and ADF attacks in Kitholu Sub-County, Kasese District, gathered to remember their loved ones killed during the insurgency.
Minister of State for Luwero Rwenzori Affairs, Alice Kaboyo, has pledged continued government support to the people of Kasese and distributed iron sheets to affected families.
Each family is getting 50 iron sheets and they are going to get Kasim of 5 million.
This was during the 63rd independence anniversary celebrations, where survivors of the 1989 Nalu and ADF attacks also attended during a function held at Kitholu Sub-County, Kasese District.
They request the government to give at least a starting capital to these widows so that they have their own business and they start generating money. Then constructing houses and land, then giving jobs to the few orphans that have acquired education and those who have the skills, and promoting us who have at least in hardship have studied.
We encourage them that government knows them, of course, and we are going to keep supporting them like we have supported all other families in this area in our office in affirmative action to make sure that they are uplifted and also gain socio-economic transformation.
It has given you Chiwani, now the road is being what? So, Kanu, if you are coming to talk to people, don't just say, you know, you don't understand. People understand. But you're not telling them, you're not giving them the what? The message.
Minister Kaboyo also commissioned a 3-classroom block, a latrine, a water tank at Buhohira Primary School, Kasese District, a project worth 192 million shillings under the office of the Prime Minister.
UBC News Tonight takes a very short break. I'll return with more stories after these messages.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth, in the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Big think about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest mpora in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome back from that break. Leaders and residents in Katakwi district have commended government for constructing a dam and fish pond in Ogunga village in Ogongoja sub-county under the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. The ponds have also been stocked with fish fingerlings.
Minister Frank Tumwebaze inspected Ogonga Dam in Ogongoja sub-county, Usuku County, Katakwi district.
This almost 2 billion liters.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries constructed the dam and fish ponds and stocked them with fingerlings to improve community livelihoods.
135 members in this project. In each and every fish pond here is having 3,500. And then on the other side we are having lungfish, that is 4,200 per fish pond.
These fish were stocked in the month of April when they were about 3 grams average body weight.
Just from this, what will they get?
If they are to harvest, because here we have 3,000 pieces of fish, we assume that every fish is going to have an average body weight of about 400 grams, 350 to 400 grams at the end of the 8 months, given that it will cost about 6,000 shillings.
The minister, accompanied by Permanent Secretary Major General David Kasura Chomukama and district leaders, also addressed residents.
That the amount of money spent here is about 4.8 billion shillings. Now a similar dam, we were told that consultants said it would cost about 20 billion. So I thank you for allowing us to be able to do this, to save you and ourselves a lot of money. I want to thank the minister for the vision, the minister and the president, the political leadership for the vision, and the commissioner for the good work.
The project has taken a bit of time, but we are very grateful that we are already seeing the results of what we intend to get here.
We request you to add more pods, fish pods, because many people are willing, but as we are starting, we couldn't call them to enter the program at once.
Tumwebaze apologized for delays in construction and explained the importance of the project.
Mainly livestock watering And sometimes you can also harvest it for other purposes. Yes. Then, of course, irrigation. Irrigation. You have seen the fish ponds. There we were opening the pipe. So the dam feeds the fish ponds. The dam feeds the watering troughs for the cows. So now, the next system we shall add on when the PS gets the budget is to reticulation to the gardens.
However, locals expressed concern over the high cost of fish feeds and appealed for government support. Leaders, meanwhile, thanked government for the project but requested a tractor and fencing around the dam for safety.
For a tractor, such that these members can use the tractor for cultivating the raw materials for feeding the fish.
We have lost about 3 people here. And when we fence, I know we shall secure the lives of the people, but also all that we are trying to invest here because we want to keep off the intruders.
The district officials explained that Ogongoja sub-county has the highest livestock population in Katakwi.
UBC News Tonight. Senior Presidential Assistant for Special Duties, Fiona Barungi, has handed over 20 acres of land to Narwadda Resti, which had allegedly been grabbed by the area village chairman Chigobero Cyrus. Reports indicate that the land originally belonging to Narwadda's late father had been forcefully taken over by the chairman, prompting her to petition the office of the Senior Presidential Assistant for Intervention. Upon receiving the complaint, Barungi directed the RDC of Nakaseke, Rosemary Byabasaija, to investigate the matter and present a detailed report.
Senior Presidential Assistant for Special Duties, Fiona Barungi, has handed over 20 acres of land to Narwadda Resti, which had allegedly been grabbed by the area village chairman, Chigobero Cyrus. This followed a thorough investigation by the area RDC Rosemary Byabasaija, who later convened a community meeting that brought together local police, village leaders, both parties in the dispute, area residents, and the senior presidential assistant herself. During the meeting, Narwadda Resti emotionally narrated how she had been harassed and denied access to her own land. When asked to present proof of ownership, Chairman Chigobero Cyrus failed to provide credible documents and instead called his lawyer for assistance, drawing laughter from attendees when he struggled to differentiate between a civil and a criminal case.
You as a lawyer in the making, what is the difference between criminal case and civil case?
Just witnessing what is going on, so I can forward the information because he just told us.
So what are we here for? Are we here
to know? That's why I'm here to know.
You can't go representing a client. What are you making in the law when you cannot even represent anything?
In her findings, RDC Byabasaija revealed that Chairman Chigobero had declined to cooperate in several meetings and thus recommended that the land be restored to Narwadda Resti, reaffirming her legal ownership.
After Chigobero threatening Narwadda, he took vacant possession, and rumor has it that he's even selling. He was selling. The office of justice is recommending that your good office administers justice and support Narwadda to have vacant possession on her land.
The senior presidential assistant commended the RDC for her diligence and cautioned local leaders against abusing their authority.
Ebintu byobba ogenda kubireka ku nsiku. Oli munyomi, oli kumpanya, omanyi okumpanya. Bakugamba yogera facts, otuulira story aliwo mpozi nga tebakulese mu ofisi yange nkufiirako sikuleka nobba ebyo mbiganye kati tukomekereza nga RDC asomye ripooti agabidde mu kyalo ly'ettaka ebintu ekintu yakimala ne saveya yagikola kati nze nabadde nze ku witnessinga.
Narada Rest thanked the RDC and the senior presidential assistant for helping her reclaim her land, but appealed to security protection, citing threats to her life. Jamil Sekaja compiled this report.
Thank you, Jamil Sekaja. Ugandans have been urged not to fall for political manipulation during this election season. Stephen Gatsinzi, chairman of Umubano, made the remarks during a community meeting in Ntwetwe, Chankwanzi.
Person of Umubano, Stephen Gatsinzi, appealed to his community members not to fall for political manipulation during this election season. Gatsinzi made the remarks during a community meeting in Ntwetwe.
If someone has done good, he should be appreciated. The only way we can appreciate him is by voting him in 2026.
Umubano is an organization uniting Rwandans in Uganda to promote unity and support President Museveni.
Today we are in Ntwetwe. Mainly in our constitution, our law is to mobilize. And the second law is to participate in all national affairs and events. And it is exactly what we are doing. However, we are facing multiple challenges. A few is a financial constraint, which is burdening seriously the association.
Jumba David, a Uganda cultural leader, echoed the message advising people to stay focused during this political season.
So I'm appealing the youth, mostly the youth of this Uganda. For those who can see this, please youth, let us take time. Let us take care of our lives much as we are supporting in election.
The Umubano Secretary General, Mwesige Emmanuel, is calling upon the organization members to vote wisely and requested a meeting President Yoweri Museveni to present their concerns.
My message to Ugandans in this period is that keep peace. Don't take this peace for granted.
Ugandans were also encouraged to participate in government programs that support national development.
My message to Ugandans community of Banyarwanda. One is to engage in government programs, like a parish development model and other programs which benefits Ugandans.
In a continued effort to empower communities and combat urban poverty, the Minister for Kampala Metropolitan Affairs, the Honorable Minsa Kabanda, has distributed over 150,000 chicks to residents from various parts of the city. The distribution took place during a community event held at Bat Valley Primary School.
Now, today we are giving out chicks to the privileged people. This is a foundation, Kabanda Foundation, which has been in existence for over 15 years. We've been giving out chicks not only in Kampala Central Division, but everywhere in the Metropolitan. I'm the Minister for Kampala Metropolitan. If I give out chicks, it does not mean I'm giving it for votes, no, I'm giving it to my people.
Thanking our Hajati Mama Kampala, Hajati Minsa Kabanda, for what they have done for us. We are going to grow ourselves. This is 2,500,000 shillings. Let's vote here, 26 up to 31. 7 Oye, Oye 7.
Nzaja uno Rutegaza Mukuba, Chairman of Muslim Community, Webaza Minister Kabanda, project gyatuwadde ey'okulunda ate nga tuli balunzi.
Hajati Minsa akwadde enkoko zino okulaakulane era ngenda kuzirunda nsiimye nnyo nsiimira kuba abakulembeze abasinga akusiibuza mutwalo ali n'obulwadde kusobola kukola naye enkoko zino nsobola okuwereramu omwana wange nga amagoba gazze.
People are suffering. Yes, I know government has given us so many things. There are so many activities in government, but the population in Kampala is too big. So that's why I also decided, as a minister for Kampala, to give some small service to my people by providing chicks. That's why I even bought that hatchery machine. Otherwise, if you are a leader and you don't know how your people are suffering, then you are not a good leader.
Rising cases of domestic violence, family breakdown and single parenting in Uganda have been linked to unresolved polygamous relationships. A leading Muslima leader, Hajat Shania Chigozi, has initiated an annual polygamy dialogue conference.
A female Muslim opinion leader, Hajat Shania Chigozi, has initiated an annual polygamy dialogue conference. Chigozi says polygamy is rooted in both religion and tradition, where it's culturally accepted for men to have more than one wife.
It's going to be our second edition, and inshallah we welcome everyone. Polygamy, we are here just to sensitize about polygamy, awareness, because now polygamy is being practiced everywhere, traditionally, different religions, all now practicing polygamy.
The dialogue aims to educate communities on managing polygamy, distinguishing between proper and improper practices.
I know it's really hard to believe this, it's really hard to understand it, but this is the reality of life. So since polygamy was there and now it's there, so what are we going to do? It is happening. So as sister there watching me, I'm your fellow sister. I understand what you're going through, but this is the reality of life.
School heads participating in the program emphasized the need for early family education so children grow up informed.
This is like a foundation of the polygamy dialogue. If we witness, we change our mindset. For Ngali son, polygamy, we teach the learners in classes to prevent them to be victims of tomorrow.
In schools, we need to train our kids. We need to teach our kids about polygamy because it is what is happening. It is the reality of life.
Speakers at this year's event on October 18th will compare monogamous and polygamous families, stressing peace and shared responsibility.
Like such a dialogue of bringing people together and discuss. We never know at a certain time we might get a solution to our families. Families are fighting, and most of the men are sleeping over in their sofa sets. They no longer sleep in bedrooms.
Organizers, including Welly Travel, are urging the public to attend and help strengthen families through knowledge.
We accept many people are being affected by polygamy. Many people have been traumatized. Our sisters, our mothers have been traumatized by polygamy. The reason why Welly Travel is coming in to come and support this kind of dialogue is because most of our clients, most of our sisters, most of our mothers are in those societies.
Inshallah, we welcome everyone on 18th of October, this coming Saturday at Hotel Africana.
The conference continues to attract interest as many seek solutions to build stable families regardless of the marital system.
Uganda joined the rest of the world to commemorate World Mental Health Day under the theme Access to Mental Health Services, Improving Well-Being in Catastrophes and Emergencies. Mental health remains a growing concern among youth, especially students, with research identifying family conflicts as a leading cause.
While officiating at an event held at Mount of Olives College, Kachiri, Wakiso District, the head of fundraising and partnership development at Mental Health Uganda, Jonathan Nonda, said campaigns are being conducted in schools to encourage learners to seek help from counselors when facing social challenges.
Celebrate with the students. Of course, most schools have come here today to share with us their understanding of the world theme, which is access to mental services, but of course looking at catastrophes and emergencies. As a country,
Najita Deborah, mental health focal person for Wakiso, commended schools for implementing programs that keep learners engaged and productive.
You have hundreds and thousands of people behind you that you're going to mentor, that you're going to support in this theme of mental health. So we are all ambassadors.
Mount of Olives College Principal Miss Regina Laboche urged schools to support students with mental health challenges by involving them in co-curricular activities to secure a better future.
Greater awareness of the importance of mental health wellness has been created in our schools. We are a special group, I'm telling you, in Uganda. There are also 4 schools in northern Uganda carrying out the same project. So it's only 2 districts, Wakiso and Gulu, where this project is running. And because of the project, a great awareness of mental well-being has been created.
Students shared their views on the causes of mental health challenges in schools.
These teachers stress us a lot. The teachers, the assignments offered, you find a person is doing a level, for example, me I'm doing mathematics, economics, geography. You find a mathematics teacher is coming and giving you an assignment.
Parents also contribute so much to the students' mental.
Government has been urged to increase support for individuals and organizations establishing private health facilities as a way to strengthen the country's healthcare system. The call was made by Buganda's Sabalangira Godfrey Musanje during the opening of the Chinene Foundation Hospital in Bamunanika Sub-County, Luwero District.
Members of the Emuka faith community gathered at Yotamugavu village in Bamunanika, Bulemezi to honor living and fallen heroes who laid the foundation of their faith. The ceremony was presided over by Sabalangira Godfrey Musanje, representing the Buganda Kingdom. In his remarks, Sabalangira officially opened Chinene Foundation Hospital, urging medical workers to serve with compassion and restore hope among patients.
Without discriminating anybody, everybody come here for the need for the services. So give a rightful service to anybody who comes here to get the treatment.
Princess Chisache Mazigamuga, leader of the Yemuka faith, said the hospital will provide holistic healing and addressing both physical and spiritual needs, and encouraged people to seek quality health care.
Tukyenyumirizaamu nnyo omubaka yalengerera wala okusobola okutulaga nti yeetaaga eddwaliro asobole okujjanjaba bulungi abantu mu nsi eno oli atuuka okugenda nga mubiri gwe gulemereddwa.
Uganda needs to review its national export strategy for shea nuts to consolidate the gains achieved under the 2019-2023 plan. This was revealed during the National Stakeholder Validation Workshop for the design phase of the Global Environment Facility Funded project.
The 2019-2023 National Export Strategy for shea nuts emphasized conservation, value addition, improved product quality, and access to both local and international markets. The strategy partly helped Uganda shift from exporting raw shea nuts to refined products for the cosmetic and food industries, creating jobs and promoting sustainable management of shea tree populations. However, limited community empowerment, weak institutional coordination, and low investment continue to undermine these gains. Experts are now calling for an updated export strategy for shea nuts.
Reviewing that strategy would be very key in enabling, value addition, quality standards for shea that is produced.
As we speak now, the market value for shea is about $3 billion US dollars. And it's set to grow. The countries in West Africa are harvesting a lot of this money. But for us in Uganda, we are harvesting only 0.5 million per year.
This is perhaps medium to long-term plan. If possible, to establish a research institute for shea, the way we have Coffee Research Institute focused on coffee as a commodity crop of export value. If government can also do this for shea, because in West Africa, in Ghana, they have a research institute which is working on shea, and they're doing very well. The West Africans are doing much better than us in terms of value addition and export of shea. So if government can do that for us, that would be extremely useful.
Government, with funding from the Global Environment Facility, GEF, is set to implement a project to build a climate-resilient and sustainable shea landscape in northern Uganda.
If this project is executed well by Ministry of Water and Environment in partnership with the African Innovation Institute and implemented with Conservation International, we all aim to, one, restore and sustainably manage 4,500 hectares of shea landscapes.
Beyond its economic value, the shea nut tree also plays a crucial role in carbon sequestering. And now into the world of business. A former presidential aspirant, Joseph Kabuleta, has warned that digital currencies and surveillance systems threaten African freedoms, echoing biblical prophecy about end-time global control and manipulation. He made the remarks during the Africa Prophecy and Future Conference in Kampala.
A global shift to centralized control, calling the COVID-19 pandemic a rehearsal for future digital restrictions.
And one of them is the control of finances, control of movement, and control of general human expression. A bit of what we saw during COVID, that was a preamble. Now, the people who, from the makers of that thing, you know, from the directors of the COVID movie, will come something which is worse than that, which involves, you probably have seen in the newspapers, the central bank digital currencies. Now, those currencies are dangerous in that the central bank can switch you off and decide that you are not going to purchase anything, or they can decide what it is they want you to purchase.
He warned convenient technologies are becoming tools for control and manipulation.
For instance, if they decide that because of environment, you are supposed to consume only 20 liters of fuel a month, they can make sure that your currency on the central bank digital currency can only consume 20 liters of fuel. If you've run out, if you've bought 20 liters of fuel, after that you can no longer buy fuel.
He said digital currencies could limit spending, restrict locations, and block access to essentials.
Now, the way it was during lockdown is they had to enforce parameters using soldiers and so on. But now where this goes is they can say that you can only use your money within Kampala. So if they say that people are locked up down within Kampala, they don't have to put LDUs on the roads. All they do is make sure that if you are registered in Kampala and you stay in Kampala, your money, your mobile money, and your pocket, your central bank currency, can only operate in Kampala. So if you escape and go to Masaka and you want food, you cannot buy it.
The conference also addressed concerns about children and youth in the digital age.
And now into sports. Uganda's national football team, the Cranes, has arrived in Algeria ahead of Tuesday's decisive Group G World Cup qualifier. The Cranes, currently second in the group, must beat already qualified Algeria to stand a chance of advancing as one of the best second-placed teams.
I am pleased to confirm that the Uganda Cranes have arrived here in Algeria in a town called Tizo Zoo. And the hotel is called Rue River, and everybody is in good spirits. As a team, we'll be training later in the day and start planning for the Tuesday game. So I urge you all our fans back home to rally behind the team the same way you did while we were in Botswana. Everybody is on board, and we pray that we win our last World Cup qualifier so that we are still in the competition.
Sports betting has become a common part of daily life. Fans argue over odds, celebrate wins, and dream of big payouts. But behind the thrill are growing stories of loss and regret, reminders that unchecked betting can destroy lives.
At Chambogo University, a student once staked his tuition 1.5 million shillings on Arsenal to beat Manchester United.
Manchester won the game that day. The guy disappeared. The parents looked for him for a whole week. Now, that's not responsible betting, because that money was not meant for that job.
In Busia, another man went to the extreme, staking his house and wife on Arsenal win.
There are some things you don't just give away. You need to bet what you can afford to lose, you know? In this economy of ours, sometimes it's difficult to make even 10,000 shillings a day. But when you get 20,000 and you stake, it will pain you very, very much. So at least bet what you can afford to actually lose. That's what we call being responsible enough, okay?
These stories aren't rare anymore. They are spreading through our neighborhoods, showing how easily excitement can turn into obsession. That's why platforms like BetSure are starting conversations about responsible betting, not to sell a product, but to save people from themselves.
So the more I bet, the more lucky cards I accumulate. So every week, every month, we are rewarding up to 100 of our customers. That means there is a very high chance for you, me, or anyone else to at least snatch something from that prize pool. Yeah?
In our traditions, elders often warned, don't risk the food in your pot for what's still in the market. The same wisdom applies here.
Yeah, in this EPL, probably I've been betting, and first time I think I came in the second position. I saw some 500,000 something. Second time, the second week, I saw myself in the first position. I got some 600. Then at the end of the month, I saw some big money coming onto my account. It was around 5.6 million. That was last week but one. And that's how I've been betting. Like they've said, you bet what you can afford to lose.
And what I love most about BetSure is they have their odds. Usually in football matches, they have these options of head, penalty, free kick. It has a lot of good odds. And usually that's where I focus.
Because in the end, responsible betting isn't about luck. It's about knowing when enough is enough. So that, Kaye, UBC News.
Official supporters of English Premier League side Tottenham Hotspur have organized a charity football tournament in Chibiri, Busabala. Our reporter spoke to the organizers, who highlighted their goal of using football for social impact.
Sports, but in particular football, is world over used as a tool that enables many aspects, especially social and economic empowerment. In Kibiri, alongside Busabala Road, a charity match to engage youth and provide a platform for talent through sports exemplifies the role of football.
And we are very glad to be part of this engagement that engages young generation into sports. And today we are playing Makindye Stars to create an avenue of friendship, but also to create more kind of an avenue for us as family, as Tottenham Hotspur fans in Uganda.
The football game that was full of camaraderie between the teams ended with Makindye Stars defeating Uganda Spurs 2-1.
We have been playing Team Hotspur in a friendly game that we prepared some time back. It has been a good game, and the objectives of the academy is to move a player from academy level to club level, which is the dream of every player under Makindye Stars Football Academy.
The game, organized by Uganda Spurs, which is the official Tottenham Hotspur's official supporters branch in Uganda, aims to bring together Tottenham fans in the country.
Very many young generation has skills in football, but we are not yet discovered because we do not have the platform to showcase our skills as the young generation. So we are using these charity matches to be able to showcase our skills to the world.
Such engagements have been in existence for about 3 years and will continue later this year in Luwero.
And with that, we come to the end of this news bulletin. Thank you so much for your company this evening. Now, on behalf of the team working tirelessly behind the scene and ourselves in studio, we do wish you a good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UKUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UKSAF, and we're happy that UKSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What did we get from ICT for Farmers?